Oh my gosh, makeshifts. Kind of funny. Oh, too good. What not to do in your backyard, boats and nose, and other wild waterslide moments gone terribly, terribly wrong. Today, we're breaking down and reacting to all the wet and wild medical scenes and accidental injuries from various waterslide attempts. And hashtag Team Water, more on that later. Let's dive right in. Oh geez, it looks like straight down. Oh, that is not good. Oh my gosh. Looks like you're getting hit on the side of the head. Bone might be a little bit thinner there, but I'm always worried about the middle meningeal artery, which causes an epidural hematoma. Sometimes people will get a headache, uncomfortable, and then take a nap, and then they kind of like don't wake up. Oh my gosh, makeshifts. Kind of funny. Oh, too good. Landing right on the coccyx, lower back, and whiplash injury to your head. Woo, coccyx.
Coccyx is the scientific term for your popo.
Yes, I said that. Your sacrum, the lower part of your back and your buttocks, can cause it to fracture and break and cause a lot of pain. Then it could also cause injury to the lumbar spine as well. You can have injury all the way up the spine, actually, just depending on how you landed on it. But then you see the bad whiplash, cervical strain, cervical spine injury, and intracranial bleeding, skull fractures. Oh, it's not a good idea. Not a good idea. Oh. I mean, it's funny, but not a good idea. You can see how his head turns to the side, hitting the shoulder and clavicle on the right side. You can get an AC separation to the right shoulder. The ligamentous connection gets disrupted, and you actually see a drop in your shoulder. Oh, wow. He's gonna have a laceration, and hopefully it didn't bite off his tongue. Bottom of your jaw, the mandible. Hitting the slide, causing hyperextension of your neck, so increasing the risk of spinal cord injury to your neck, but also fracture to your jaw and laceration to the underlying tissues. Left arm is out to brace yourself, so that's the first thing that your body kind of does, just reactionary. It's called a foosh. When you land on this and cause fracture and injury, that is quite common to cause a wrist fracture or a forearm fracture. All right, got some instructions. Oh, please stay on it. Please stay on it. The only thing I don't like is the ramp is wide, but there's nothing to prevent you from going off the sides. Oh man, that's so cool, but not good. Injuries that you think of sliding on the water like that is mostly just impact when you're going that speed and then you suddenly stop. Hitting your head, losing consciousness, and then any type of fracture, contusion, bruise. Those are the more common things that you would think of. Because of the way she's sliding, chest up, legs down, and then all of a sudden she slams into that, you can almost fold in a weird way. Basically really bad hyperextension of the lower back, maybe the thoracic spine, bending in positions that you normally wouldn't. Almost like the scorpion that we see when people are skateboarding and fall. Oh, this is one of those big funnel things, isn't it? What's happening? Hitting your neck, you can increase the risk of causing airway trauma. You can break the cartilage of your neck. You can also break the hyoid bone, which is a little bit higher up. And then even with that type of trauma, you increase the risk of having swelling of the airway. Majority of the time, you're not having a Lefort type fracture. It's usually a mandibular fracture with lacerations. Sometimes you can have dental injuries as well. Anytime there's bleeding, remember, just compress the area with cloth, gauze, whatever you can get. And even then, if you don't have anything, you can actually just compress it down with your fingers. Oh, how many people were on this? The one that's the highest looks like they're about to do a face plant right into the water, hopefully not on another person. If somebody's fingers are up, increase the risk of you like poking your eye out, causing snapping of fingers and digits and injuring the arms and legs going in different directions. You don't see the exact injury here, but I can imagine it doesn't feel good when you're landing on top of another human being. People are bony. You can land on somebody's outstretched arm or leg and you can knock yourself unconscious, hit your spine, cause bleeding, lacerations, bruising. Okay, wait a minute. What is this? It looks like a giant hot dog and you're gonna be like the mini wiener on the inside. There is. Okay. Oh. Upside down, backwards, flipped over, especially when your head is probably sliding in the water right there, hitting yourself on the flank. So increasing the risk of rib fractures. The ribs are really small and increase the risk of a fracture. You can puncture a lung, you can cause blood or air to go around your lung, which then makes it difficult to breathe, as well as just bruising your lung. If you bruise your lung, that means blood got into the lung itself and makes that area of the lung not useful for gas exchange. On that right side, you have your liver, which is protected by your ribs. If you fracture a rib, it increases the risk that a piece of rib can actually stab into your liver. At least the person's laughing and having a good time. People on the end, you increase the risk of getting injured because the person's coming at you much faster than you are sitting there. So their heels could hit you, their backside, their skull. People's skulls are very hard when they clock you when you're just sitting there. Oh my gosh, good attempt. You almost made it all the way to the end. Oh my God. We gotta work on those balance skills. You always hear, make sure you don't fall into shallow water. There could be rocks underneath there, hopefully not. Run the risk of actually hitting your head. You can cause a laceration, avulsion of your skin. You can cause a skull fracture. You can cause a compressive force onto the spine, loading it, causing explosion of the vertebral bodies, as well as compressive fractures. This individual would be rescued out of the water, pulled aside, make sure airway breathing circulation, placed in a seat collar, transport to the hospital. If they're not altered and they don't complain of head injury, but they have neck pain, you're just going to get a CT scan of the neck. But if there's any concern about a head injury, they'll get a CT scan of the head as well. Right up the pole. I would be turning. I don't want to get hit in my groin. My groin! Testicular trauma, penile trauma, as well as fracture to that area. You can fracture the joint where your pelvis is. You have your pubic symphysis connecting the pubic rami. Okay, that last water slide was brutal, but here's something serious. Right now, 1 in 10 people don't have access to clean water. That's why I've joined MrBeast, Mark Rober, and hundreds of other creators around the world to support #TeamWater. Just $1 can give someone clean water for an entire year. Head to teamwater.org or click the link in the description to learn more. And please donate if you can. And if you can't donate, don't sweat it. Just sharing this video with a friend helps. All the ad revenue from this video is going directly to the cause. Thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy and hydrated, my friends.